At the Cliff House, Finn stammers, "Douglas wrote down your name." Steffi's just as shocked as he is. Finn finds it all very sweet, but Steffi interrupts. He wants to live with us. He wants to be part of our family. Finn asks if Hope and Thomas got into it in the courthouse. Steffi says no. It was obvious how much they cared about him. She knows it's a lot to process, but they need to figure out if this is something we can do. "How do you feel about Douglas living with us?" At the cabin, Hope agonizes to Liam. Why did Douglas choose Steffi? Liam reminds her things didn't go their way, but they didn't go Thomas's way either. It's not over. Hope can't fathom how they agreed to let him choose his own guardian. Liam tells her it wasn't her idea. Thomas pushed to set it up, and besides, they were confident Douglas would choose them. Hope complains. Now we have to trust his aunt to take care of him. Liam reminds her Steffi doesn't want to take the boy from them. She also doesn't want him to feel rejected. Maybe it is a good idea that he stays with her for a little while. Hope gawps at Liam and shakes her head. Liam agrees that the best place is there with them. Hope agrees, but Steffi thinks it's best that Douglas stay with her for a while. Liam tells Hope that's because no one wants him to feel rejected. Hope can't get over him wanting to live elsewhere. Part of her wants to ask him, but he needs to feel unconditionally loved right now. Hope fears he doesn't want the cabin to be his home. Liam assures her this won't be permanent. Hope knows they need to do the best for Douglas. Liam says Steffi feels the same way. Hope understands Steffi's in a difficult position, but do they have to just blindly go along with whatever Douglas wants? At the Cliff House, Steffi tells Finn, "You should have seen Douglas' face, asking if I didn't want him here." Finn gets it, but this is complicated. Steffi relays that Hope wanted her to say no at first, but then she realized how that would make Douglas feel. She's devastated. Finn is sure she thought he'd pick her. Steffi is stunned that he didn't. But there must be a reason he didn't. My gut says trust that. Finn hates that Douglas' father has put him in an awful position again. This would mean putting themselves and their family in the middle of the drama. They've been through so much, and he doesn't want anyone or anything to disrupt their lives again. Douglas is not their son, and he's not alone in the world. He has a stable home and devoted parents. Tell me you hear what I'm saying. In the cabin, Hope questions herself for listening to Thomas. Liam reminds her it wasn't a gamble. Douglas told them he wanted to live with them. Hope worries how they'll explain this to Beth, who considers the boy her brother. Liam points out Kelly is her half-sister. They don't live together but couldn't be closer. Hope frets. Except he won't be here. Liam, you know it won't be the same. Beth was devastated when he left before, and they had to remind her it was temporary. This time it might not be. She fears their family is getting torn apart. Liam tries to reassure her. Hope points out the judge wants them to go along with what Douglas chose. Liam argues it's more complicated than packing a suitcase. Hope agonizes over what it will be like without Douglas there. It will create a giant hole in their family and her heart. Liam knows. He kisses his wife and hugs her. At the Cliff House, Finn gazes out the patio doors at the ocean and flashes to the miracle reunion with Steffi in Monte Carlo. Steffi comes out of the bedroom and says the kids are asleep. She tells Finn she hears him regarding the Douglas situation. She talks about why the boy looks up to Finn given the situation with Thomas. It can't be a surprise he wants to spend time with us. Finn reminds her they're not his parents. Steffi knows his parents love him, but the kid may need a break. What if Douglas lives with us temporarily? He's a little boy. He's going to miss his mom. Once he gets it out of his system, he'll want to go home. She asks Finn what he thinks. Are you willing to open up our home to Douglas for a little while? Steffi wants Douglas to feel heard. Later he can go home. She doesn't want him to feel rejected or unwanted. We don't have to decide tonight. If Finn wants to meet with Hope, Liam, and Thomas, they can. Steffi reminds Finn he has a big, generous heart. There's room for Douglas in there, too. They embrace. At the cabin, Liam tells Hope that Douglas has been spending a lot of time at Steffy's, and maybe he just feels more comfortable there. They have to respect his decision or he'll never trust them again. Hope understands that, but it doesn't mean she has to like it. Liam is sure that in a few weeks he'll get homesick, and he'll want to come back. Hope asks, what if he doesn't? She didn't give birth to Douglas, but loves him just as much. I can't lose him. He's our son.